हेलो फ्रेंड्स, यदि आप मेरी आवाज़ सुन सकते हैं तो प्लीज़ कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर यस टाइप करिए। आई एम वेरी सॉरी, थोड़ा सा मैं डिले हो गया आज आने के अंदर। इफ़ अगर आप मेरी आवाज़ सुन सकते हैं तो प्लीज़ कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर यस टाइप कर दीजिए। नीलेश सूर्यवंशी, रत्ना तिवारी, केतकी भाविस्कार, पल्लवी गोयंका, इफ़ यू कैन हियर मी प्लीज़ टाइप यस इन द कमेंट सेक्शन। अगर आप मेरी आवाज़ सुन सकते हैं तो प्लीज़ टाइप यस इन द कमेंट सेक्शन। राइट, मोहित सिन्हा हाय, नीलेश हेलो, रत्ना गुड इवनिंग। ऑल राइट, आई गेस आई एम ऑनलाइन एंड आप लोग सब मेरी आवाज़ सुन सकते हैं। राइट राइट, सो लेट अस बिगिन। आई एम अगेन एक्सट्रीमली वेरी सॉरी कि मेरे को आने में थोड़ी लेट हो गई। विल बी डिस्कसिंग इकोनॉमिक्स एंड सोशल इश्यूज MCQs. Our focus is on RBI Grade B 2020 and NABARD Grade A 2020 and 2021. We know that economics and social issues plays a very important role in these examinations. So we have to discuss ESI MCQs. This is a series of lecture that we are running for you. We had already come out with a lecture previously and we had discussed different types of goods. In this particular lecture we will be discussing certain macroeconomic identities. मैं आप सभी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि जिन्हें भी आवाज़ थोड़ी सी कम आ रही है वो अपना वॉल्यूम थोड़ा सा बढ़ा लें। राइट, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू इंक्रीज योर headphones microphone volumes, right, so that you can hear me very clearly. एंड मैं अपनी तरफ से भी कुछ पूरी कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि जल्द से जल्द बात करूँ। राइट, सो चलिए लेट अस स्टार्ट। ओके, सो ड्यू टू कोरोना वायरस आउटब्रेक we are working from home. We request you to be supportive in case of any issues faced. Stay home, stay safe, stay online. जो भी करनी है तैयारी आप ऑनलाइन तैयारी करिए. Stay home, stay safe. Let us begin our exercise. Let us begin question number 1. The question number 1 is regarding nominal GDP, that is nominal gross domestic product. With reference to nominal gross domestic product, 5 options have been placed in front of you and you have to tell us which option is correct. Now please be very careful. You need not give the answer immediately. I'm displaying the question in front of you. I'll be discussing the answer with you. I'll be discussing the explanation with you and then I'll be giving you an opportunity to solve. So all those of us who are very sure of the answer can give the answer and those of us who are not sure of the answer may wait. With reference to nominal GDP, which of the following options is / are correct? It is the market value of all final goods and services produced within a domestic territory of a country measured in a year. All production done by the national residents or the non-residents in a country gets included regardless of whether that production is owned by a local company or a foreign entity. Everything is valued at market prices. All of the above, none of the above. With reference to nominal gross domestic product, you have to consider these options and based upon these options you have to tell me which options are correct regarding nominal gross domestic product. I can see that Abin K has given answer C. I can give, okay, Abin K has changed answer to D. I request all of you, those of us who are sure can give the answer and I'll take the discussion ahead. I'll give you the explanation and based upon that explanation we will be able to make an informed decision. Okay, Sakibar Rahman has given answer D. Let us begin. Okay, let us begin the explanation. So when we talk about gross domestic product, what is gross? We are measuring the output across all sectors of an economy. We are measuring the output within the political boundaries of a country. We are measuring the value of final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country. So if you have to define GDP, and I request you to repeat this definition of GDP after me, GDP is the money value or the market value. GDP is the market value of all the final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country in a given year. What is GDP? It is the market value of all the final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country in a given year. So what are the keywords within the domestic territory? All the final goods and services. So final goods and services, domestic territory, these are your keywords. Now if I talk specifically about nominal GDP, so what is nominal GDP? It is nothing but GDP, and the fact is that there are two types of GDP. There is nominal GDP and there is real GDP. So if we are calculating the value of GDP at current market prices, okay, then it is called nominal GDP, and if we are calculating the price, if we are calculating the GDP at some base year prices, then we call it real GDP. That is the key distinction between nominal GDP and real GDP. So the important words have been highlighted for your reference. Nominal GDP, while computing nominal GDP, we look at the final goods and services. Okay, we look at the final goods and services. What is the market value of the final goods and services? we are looking at the production that is happening in the country. We do not care whether that production is being carried out by Indian companies or by multinational companies or by companies owned by Indians or by companies owned by foreigners. Okay, all we care about is that the production should happen within the political boundaries, that is within the boundary of India. Whatever final goods and services are being produced, we capture the market value of those goods and services, and that is our nominal GDP. As I have said to you, there are two types of GDP, nominal and real. Nominal GDP is computation of GDP at current market prices, and real GDP, in while computing real GDP, we take into consideration base year prices. Now if this is clear to you, I urge you to look at the question again, and I urge you to appreciate these bold areas. This is something that I have done for the first time for you, and you need to give me a feedback whether you are enjoying this kind of an approach. I have made certain words bold, and these are the exact words where an examiner can lay a trap for you. It has been written over here that it is the market value of all final goods and services produced within domestic territory in a given year. Now the examiner can change these words. It can make it base year prices, he can make it intermediate goods and services, he can make it domestic territory as well as abroad. He can say that only national residents are involved, or we look at the production carried out only by national residents and don't look at the production carried out by non-residents. He can say that we can look at the production only carried out by local company and not by foreign entity. And as I have said above, that everything is valued at market prices. This can be your base year prices. This is basically your current market year prices or base year prices. So based upon our discussion in the explanation, I request all of you to give me the answer. And now I see that Thota is given answer D, Nilesh has given answer D, Ketki has given answer D, Shubham has given answer D, Sakibar has given answer D. So majority of you all are now giving the answer D. Let me see some more answers. Let me see everybody is convinced. Yes, Pallavi Goenka has given answer D. So answer to this question indeed is D. While calculating or while talking about nominal GDP, it is very important to keep in mind that we are going to be looking at the market value of all final goods and services produced within domestic territory in a given year. We do not care whether the production has been carried out by the nationals or by non-residents, by local company or foreign company. We compute or we add up the production by all the entities at current market price, and that is why the answer to this question becomes D. Vaishak, your answer is correct. Nammi Bharati, your answer is correct. Shubham, your answer is correct. Akash, namaste Sarji. Right? Let us move ahead to question number 2. Gross domestic product at factor cost can be defined as GDP at market price minus indirect taxes minus subsidies, GDP at market prices minus indirect taxes plus subsidies, GDP at market prices minus indirect taxes plus subsidies, right? And GDP at market prices plus indirect taxes minus subsidies. So there is a lot of confusion. Even while reading, I can face some confusion, and this is the kind of confusion that we can face in the examination while looking at our screens. You can see that there is minus here, plus here, there is minus here, and there is plus minus here. There is indirect taxes here, there is subsidies here, rest everything is the same. Now, this is a simple question. The first question was based upon the description of nominal GDP. The second question is based upon the definition of GDP at factor cost. We need to know the formula of GDP at factor cost, or we need to know the definition of GDP at factor cost. We can answer this question. If we have an understanding of what is the meaning of factor cost and how it is different from market prices, then we will be able to answer this particular question. I see a lot of answers for question number 2. Harshdeep has given answer D, Ratna has given answer A, Shubham Mehta has given answer C. So there is fair bit of confusion in question number 2. Let me place in front of you the explanation, and then I will give you an opportunity to give the right answer over here. What is factor cost? Okay, and how is it different from market price? Let us say a particular item is being sold at rupees 100 per kg, or let us say that item is being sold at rupees 100 in the market. You gave rupees 100 to the shopkeeper for that item. Isn't there an indirect tax component involved in it? Yes, there is an indirect tax component involved in it. What is the meaning? Let us say I'm a factory owner and you have purchased some item from me worth rupees 100. You have given me rupees 100 and I have given that item to you. Is that 100 mine? Is that rupees 100 completely mine? Can I distribute it as rent, wages, interest and profit amongst different factors of production? Do I not have to share absolutely anything out of that rupees 100 with the government? I have to share something with the government. That 100 rupees is not completely mine. So the idea is that I have to pay some indirect taxes to the government. That 100 rupees is not completely mine to enjoy. That is point number one. Point number two, when you go ahead and buy an LPG cylinder, you may be paying only 600 rupees or maybe 650 rupees to Bharat Petroleum. But is the cost of LPG cylinder only rupees 650 or is it more than that? It is more than that. The cost of your LPG cylinder is more than rupees 650 that you may be paying. Let us say that it costs actually 900 rupees. Let us say that it costs actually 900 rupees for Bharat Petroleum to make one cylinder, but you have given only 650 to Bharat Petroleum. What about the remaining 250? Who is paying the remaining 250 to Bharat Petroleum? The government of India is paying subsidies to Bharat Petroleum of rupees 250 per cylinder. So Bharat Petroleum is collecting market price, that is 650 from you, and getting subsidy from the government, that is rupees 250 that is getting from the government. So what will Bharat Petroleum do? If Bharat Petroleum has to pay rent, wages, interest and profit, okay, will it just distribute 650 rupees per cylinder as rent, wages, interest and profit? No, it will distribute 900 rupees. Why? Because 650 you have given to Bharat Petroleum, 250 it will get from the government, and totally 900 rupees will be distributed as rent, wages, interest and profit. Take these two examples together and add it up to arrive at factor cost. And what is factor cost? By now you would have understood. The cost received by factors of production, the payment received by factors of production, that is called factor cost. There are four factors of production: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. For land you get rent, for labor you get wages, for capital you get interest, and for entrepreneurship you get profit. So any company, whatever revenue it gets is distributed amongst factors of production as rent, wage, interest and profit. So market price के अंदर से इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स तो कंपनी के पास आता नहीं है, वो तो सरकार के पास चला जाता है, और मार्केट प्राइस के ऊपर सब्सिडी कुछ कंपनियों को मिलती है, राइट, और वो सब्सिडी भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होती है रेंट के तौर पे, वेजेस के तौर पे, इंटरेस्ट के तौर पे, प्रॉफिट के तौर पे. सो यू हैव टू सबट्रैक्ट इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस फ्रॉम मार्केट प्राइस, ऐड सब्सिडीज टू मार्केट प्राइस टू अराइव एट फैक्टर कॉस्ट. लेट अस टेक एन एग्जांपल. लेट अस से दैट सम प्रोडक्ट इज बीइंग सोल्ड एट अ मार्केट प्राइस ऑफ रुपीज 100. आउट ऑफ दैट रुपीज 100, 10 is paid as indirect tax to the government, and government is trying to help consumers by giving rupees 5 subsidy to the manufacturer directly, so that this product is 5 rupees cheaper in the market. So this is government's contribution. Okay, so what is the factor cost? What is ultimately going to get distributed amongst factors of production? 100 minus 10, because this is going to the government, plus 5, that is 95 rupees gets distributed amongst factors of production for that product. Let me give you one more example. Let us assume that factor price, the market price of some product is rupees 100. Let us say that 5 rupees is the indirect tax that the government is taking from that company, and let us say to help the people out, government is giving 15 rupees to this company. So the government, so this company is keeping its product price lower by rupees 15. So what is the factor cost in this particular case? 100 minus 5, that is 95, plus 15, that is 110. If this is clear to you, if this much is clear to you, I request you to look at this option, these options again. What is GDP at factor cost? GDP at market price minus indirect tax minus subsidies. GDP at market price plus indirect tax plus subsidies. GDP at market price minus indirect tax plus subsidies. GDP at market price plus indirect tax minus subsidies, or none of the above. Now this must be an easy question for you to answer, and I request all of us to give the right answers over here. So Soumya, you have given answer C. Nammi, you have given answer C. Ratna has given answer C. Shubham Mehta has given answer C. Sakibar Rahman, I request all of us present over here to give the answer with the right question number. So if your answer is A, give 2A. If your answer is B, give answer 2B, so that it is clear to me as to which answer that you are referring to. So Mohit Sinha, Pallavi, Thota, you have all given answer 2C. Ketki Baviskar, you have said it is clear. The concept over here is clear, and the answer over here is indeed clear, that the answer is C. I hope that you are enjoying. I hope that you are learning. If you are enjoying and if you are learning, please type yes in the comment section, so that I understand that yes, we are all on the same page. And if there is any issue, please let me know. Let us move ahead to question number 3. Now, in the first question we spoke about nominal GDP. In the third question we are going to talk about gross national product. These are all very important macroeconomic identities, and you can expect a question on these lines in the exam at any given point in time. With reference to gross national product, which of the following options is correct? Okay. It refers to all the economic output produced by a nation's normal residents, whether they are located within the national boundary or abroad. To arrive at the value of GNP, net factor income from abroad is subtracted from GDP. It is always lower in value than the GDP. All of the above, none of the above, right? So I see that Ratna, Nammi as well as Thota, you all have typed yes, you all are getting the right, you are enjoying the session, you all are learning. That is very, very good. Now very carefully consider question number 3. This is a little bit tricky question. It not only depends upon your understanding of gross national product, but it also depends upon your application of the concept of gross national product and gross domestic product. So let us see certain answers for question number 3. Alright, so Shubham Mehta, you had given answer 3D, but now you have retracted your answer. Nilesh Suryavanshi, you have given answer 3D. Abin, you have given answer 3A. Anybody else would like to give me an answer? Okay, Mohit, you have given answer A. Ratna Tiwari has given answer A. Let us move ahead to our understanding or to the explanation part of gross national product. Okay, let us see. What is the difference between gross national product and gross domestic product? Gross domestic product is a very geographic kind of a concept. What do I mean that it is a geographic kind of concept? Like I discussed above, while calculating GDP, I don't care who is producing in India, whether it is a foreign company or whether it is a domestic company or a local company. All I care is that what is the production that is taking place in India. I will add up the final value, the market value of all the final goods and services that is produced within India, and that will give me GDP. But when I talk about GNP, first and foremost, I look at the economic output or the production or the income only of nationals, only of Indians, only of citizens, whether they be in India or abroad. Point number 1. So what is the distinction, key distinction between GDP and GNP? GDP is a geographical concept. GNP is a concept which is intertwined with citizenship, right? So in GNP, I am only looking at the income of Indians, whether they are in India or they are in abroad. So if I am, let us say, getting some kind of rent, wage, interest or profit from Nepal, from Myanmar, from Sri Lanka, that will be added in GNP. Okay, but it will not be considered for GDP. That is the key distinction between GDP and GNP. That is point number 1. And point number 2, what is how to arrive at GNP from GDP. So to GDP, we must add factor income earned by Indians abroad. You know what is the meaning of factor income? Rent, wages, interest and profit. So whatever is the factor income earned by Indians abroad is added to the GDP, and whatever is the factor income earned by foreigners in India is subtracted from GDP. Both these operations are done. Something is added, something is subtracted. So whatever is the factor income of Indians from abroad is added, and whatever is the factor income earned by foreigners in India is subtracted, right? And if we take these two identities together, that is factor income earned by Indians abroad minus factor income earned by foreigners in India, we call it as net factor income from abroad. यानी कि नेट मेरे घर में क्या आ रहा है, नेट मेरे देश में क्या आ रहा है. कुछ इंडियंस बाहर से कमा के ला रहे हैं, कुछ बाहर वाले इंडिया से कमा के लेकर जा रहे हैं. तो नेट मेरे घर में क्या आ रहा है, that is your net factor income from abroad. So if this is clear to you, you are seeing that net factor income from abroad is added to GNP. Now if GDP is 100 and GNP is 10, so GNP can be 110, and if GDP is 100 and NFIA is, let us say, -10, कि बाहर पैसा ज़्यादा जा रहा है, देश में पैसा कम आ रहा है, in that case GNP will be 90. So it can be 100 plus 10, 110, or it can be 100 minus 10, 90. Either which ways your GNP can be either higher or lower than GDP. This should be clear to you. Now I request you to consider this question. In GNP, in this particular question, where are the possibilities of trap? In the first option, they have said we will take into consideration economic output of normal residents as well as those who are working abroad. In the second statement, we have said that NFIA is subtracted from GDP. Now, is NFIA subtracted, multiplied, divided or added? You need to decide. Is GNP or is gross national product always lower than GDP, or it can also be higher than GDP? You need to decide, and based upon this understanding, you have to give me the right answer for question number 3. Let us see certain answers for question number 3. So Harshdeep Singh, Vivek, Ratna, Mohit, Nilesh Suryavanshi, Abin, you all have given answers A over here. Let us see some more answers. Now that the explanation has been provided to you, I request each one of us present over here to give me the right answer for question number 3. Based on our explanation, let us see what the right answer is. Okay, Vaishak Nair has given answer 3 here, right? Okay, let us see some more answers. Alright, Pallavi has given answer 3A, Ketki has given answer 3A, Thota has given answer 3A. A is indeed the right answer. I hope that you all are appreciating that had this been added and had this been it can be lower or higher than GDP, then the answer would have been D. In that case, the answer would have been D, and this is how the examiner can twist you. So you have to know these key concepts. Let us move ahead to question number 4. This is again a very simple question. Okay, national income is defined as net domestic product at market price, gross domestic product at factor cost, net national product at market price, gross national product at factor cost, or net national product at factor cost. 5 options have been placed in front of you. You have been asked national income is defined as what? NDP at MP, GDP at FC, NNP at MP, GNP at FC, NNP at FC. आपको बताना है कि नेशनल इनकम का अप्रोप्रिएट डेफिनेशन क्या है. लेट अस सी सर्टेन आंसर्स फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. राइट, सो विवेक मल्ला has given the answer as 4C. Okay, I request everybody to please consider your answers before marking them in the exam, because you will get negative marks for giving a wrong answer, which is going to be very detrimental, right? So please focus upon this aspect, right? And let us not get the answers wrong out here. Okay, so Vishal Singla has given answer E. Okay, let us see some more answers over here. This is a straightforward question and I will straight away be showing the answer to you. So whatever your answer is, you need to share your answer with me. Harshdeep has given answer C. All right, Nilesh has given answer C. Harsh has given answer C. Rakshit has given answer C. My friends, I am a little the answer that you all are giving is C. Let me explain to you the concept over here. Okay, what is national income? It is the income of all the households. It is the income of all the households in a country. Mark that as point number 1. National income is the income of all the households in the country. How do households earn income in a country? Households can get rent, household can get wages, household can get interest, or households can get profits. So wages, interest, profits and rent, these are the sources of income for households in a country. Okay, now we spoke about market prices earlier and we noticed that in market prices there are indirect taxes. Okay, there are indirect taxes involved. Okay, and subsidies are ignored in the market prices, or subsidies are not included in the market prices. And at that point we discussed, or we said that हमारे घरों में क्या पैसा जा रहा है? Indirect tax तो हमारे घर में नहीं जा रहा है, वो तो सरकार की जेब में जा रहा है. Indirect tax is not going to the households, it is going to the government. Subsidies सरकार के पास से आ रही है मैन्युफैक्चरर के पास, और फिर मैन्युफैक्चरर उसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है. Subsidies is coming from the government and then the manufacturer is distributing as at rent, wage, interest and profit. So the point is that the market price is not going to the households, because within market price there is indirect tax which is going to the government, plus within market price there is no subsidy which is going to the households. Okay, so market price is not being distributed to the households, so option C and option A can straight away be eliminated. Right, that is point number 1. And point number 2 is that net national product at factor cost becomes the right answer over here. Why? Because the idea is that we are looking at the household income in India. Now households may be having their relatives who are working abroad. Those relatives might be sending some money home. Are you getting my point? Those relatives might be sending some money home. So those relatives who are working abroad may be getting a salary and they may be sending some money home. Let us say that households in India may have invested in some company abroad and they may get some profit for themselves. Let us say households in India may have some kind of land abroad and they may be getting some rent income from abroad. So the idea is that if you focus upon these two factors, that market price is not being distributed amongst households, factor cost is what is getting distributed amongst households. So you will be able to eliminate A and C, and from that you will be understanding that net national product is what the households are getting. So whenever you are asked that what is national income, you have to say that net national income is your net national product at factor cost. That is the appropriate definition for national income, and that is the solution for question number 4. Right, Let us move ahead to question number 5. I have seen that there is some confusion and I will try to address that, but let us move ahead to question number 5. With reference to depreciation, which of the following option is/are correct? Now depreciation is a very important concept in economics, right? So let us see the concept regarding depreciation. It refers to that portion of the capital goods which goes in maintenance and replacement of existing goods due to wear and tear. To obtain net investment in an economy, depreciation is subtracted from gross investment. If we include depreciation in value added, then the measure of value added that we obtain is called gross value added. All of the above or none of the above. This is the idea that we have to discuss regarding depreciation. Three options have been given to you. Fourth option is all of the above and fifth option is none of the above, right? Depreciation. Is it that portion of capital goods which is undergoing replacement because of wear and tear? To obtain net investment, do we have to subtract depreciation from gross investment? If we include depreciation in the value added, then the measure of value added that we obtain is called gross value added. Is this correct? All of the above or none of the above? All right, so let us see certain all right, so let us see the explanation for question number 5, and I will explain to you the question in a very systematic manner. Okay, let us assume that in November 2019 you had a tailoring firm and you had 3 machines. Let us assume that at that point in time you were thinking that because of the good demand that you are experiencing, you want to add one more machine so that you can cater to a larger client base, you can fulfill a larger set of demands. Okay, but in December 2019 you observe that one of your machines has broken down. In December 2019 you observe that one of your machines has broken down. So in November 2019 you were thinking of adding a machine, but in December 2019 one of your machines broke down. So what did you do in January 2020? You purchased 2 new machines. Okay, so why did you purchase 2 new machines? This new machine has gone as a replacement investment, has been used as a replacement investment, and a broken down machine has been removed and a new machine has been put in its place, and you are already thinking of buying one new machine, so you have purchased this new machine which is going to help you produce more. Okay, now what has happened is in November 2019 you had 3 machines, in December 2019 you had only 2 machines because one broke down, and in January 2020 you added 2 machines. One machine was used as replacement investment and one machine was new machine. If I have to put what has happened in this particular story in the form of a tabular data, what has happened is that machine stock, right, the stock of machines, the number of machines that we had was 3 in November 2019, became 2 in December 2019 and became 4 in January 2020. There was no breakdown in November, there was breakdown of one machine in December. So one machine has broken down in December. We are talking about the entire year, so in December one machine got broken down. In January 2020 you purchased 2 new machines. So what is your gross investment or what is your total investment? Your total investment is 2. But have you taken your number of machines from 3 to 5? No. Your number of machines first went down from 3 to 2 and then it went down from 2 to 4. So the idea is that the 2 new machines that you purchased, उसमें से एक मशीन जो है पुरानी भंगार मशीन जो हटा दी गई उसके रिप्लेसमेंट के तौर पे यूज करी जाएगी. So your one new machine has been used as replacement investment and your another new machine is your net addition. It is your net investment. It is the addition on top of the stock of machines that you were having in November 2019. So if I have to give you the formula, what is the new addition or what is the new number of, what is the net addition to your existing stock of machine? That is your gross investment, which is 2 machines, minus depreciation, which is 1 machine. So gross investment is that of 2 machines because you have purchased 2 machines. Depreciation, that means how many machines got broken down? 1 machine got broken down, right? So what is the new number of the additional machine that you have added? The new machine that you have added that will help you increase your production, that is 1. So you have to always keep this in mind, friends, that net or new investment is equals to gross investment, that is total investment, minus depreciation, minus the breakdown that has occurred. So we have purchased 2 machines to cover up for 1 breakdown, and 1 additional machine is the new machine. The rule of thumb is that net is equals to gross minus depreciation. So if you want to calculate NDP from GDP, what will you do? Net domestic product is equal to gross domestic product minus depreciation. If you have to calculate net national product from gross national product, what will you do? NNP is equals to GNP minus depreciation. This rule will always remain constant, that net is equals to gross minus depreciation, and this particular storyboard will help you understand the concept of depreciation. Based upon this understanding, let us consider this question number 5. What is depreciation? It refers to the portion of capital goods which goes in maintenance and replacement of existing goods due to wear and tear. So existing goods have undergone wear and tear, right? So portion of capital goods which has gone in maintenance and replacement of something that has broken down is depreciation. Like we discussed in our example, one machine got broken down, so one new machine went in as replacement of the machine that underwent wear and tear. That is point number 1. So is this correct? You need to decide. To obtain net investment in an economy, depreciation is subtracted from gross investment. We exhibited a formula in front of you whereby we showed that net investment is equals to gross investment minus depreciation. So what do you think about option B? If we include depreciation in value added, then the measure of value added that we obtain is called gross value added. Now here you have to apply your mind a little, right? So does gross include depreciation? That is the question that is being asked in point number C. So what is happening is that the difference between gross and net is that gross always includes depreciation. GDP always includes depreciation, whereas NDP excludes depreciation. GNP always includes depreciation, whereas NNP excludes depreciation. Similarly, gross value added includes depreciation and net value added excludes depreciation. Based upon this understanding, you have to share the answer for question number 5, right? So let us see where the answer is for question number 5. Alright, so many of us have given the answer as D, and the answer D is indeed correct. Mohit Sinha has given D, Vishal Singla has given answer D, Harsh has given answer D, Rakshit has given answer D, and Nammi has given answer D, Harshdeep has given answer D, Vaishak Nair has given answer D, Abin has given answer D, and D indeed is the right answer over here, right? So D is the right answer. It is important to note that gross domestic product, net domestic product, gross national product, net national product, all these identities can be calculated at market price. All these identities can also be calculated at factor cost. So far as national income is concerned, I would like to unequivocally state that net national product at factor cost is considered to be the national income. There should be no confusion on that. And so far as depreciation is concerned, I would like to state that capital goods, your machines, tools and implements undergo wear and tear, they undergo breakdown, they have to be replaced. You are having a factory, you are having 10 machines. If one of your machines undergoes a breakdown or two of your machines undergo a breakdown and you do not replace those machines, what will happen? Your production will go down. So you need to replace those machines. If you purchase 5 new machines, so 2 machines will be used as replacement investment, so that your 2 old machines or 2 broken down machines can be replaced, and 3 machines will be net addition or net investment. Keep this in mind that gross investment is equals to net investment plus depreciation, or net investment is equals to gross investment minus depreciation. If this much is clear to you, and if you can keep this rule of thumb in your mind that net is equals to gross minus depreciation, and then you can apply it across GDP, you can apply it across GNP and NNP, you can apply it across GVA and NVA, and the end result will be the same. Gross includes depreciation, net does not include depreciation. With this, we'll bring our lecture to an end. Thank you very much. All the very best. Jai Hind.